In this video, I'm going to show you how to turn any idea into a working prototype in less than 10 minutes using Perplexity, Gemini, and Google's AI Studio. Let's get started. I want to play with a social recipe sharing platform. Now I'm going to take this prompt here. All right, so first off, we're going to go into Perplexity, and we already know the idea, right? But I want to find something less saturated. So now, for the sake of this demo, I'm not going to use, I did use labs. Never mind. Okay. It's always best to use labs over the normal version because it actually does a ton of real-time research rather than pulling from, its data that it has in place. Now we're going to let this run here. It shouldn't be the full 8 minutes. And then from here, whatever it determines are underserved niches, I'm going to take that into Gemini and have Gemini create a PRD or product requirements document that we're then going to paste into Google AI Studio along with our prompt. Now our prompt, in a way, it's so comprehensive that it incorporates a ton of features already built into it, but I want to get a little more specific, and I want to show you the process of utilizing the power of these LLMs to do all of the heavy lifting for you. Maybe you have an idea for a particular app in a particular industry, but you don't know how to stand out. Well, just go and ask one of the LLMs to do some deep research on the topic, on the web app, on the idea, and figure out what those underserved niches are where you can stand out with your prototype. All right, underserved niches. Interesting. Intergenerational recipe sharing and family legacy preservation. So a particular niche I already have in mind is something family oriented, right? Disability accessible cooking platforms, voice controlled navigation and hands-free That's a very interesting concept. Senior focused social cooking. Okay. College student budget cooking. I feel like TikTok already has this covered with a lot of their budget-friendly recipes. Interesting. I like the idea of going with this. So I'm going to paste that idea from Perplexity in there, create a PRD or product requirements document for this web app idea. I'm just going to come up with everything here. To become the leading digital platform for families to preserve, share, and celebrate their culinary heritage, strengthening intergenerational bonds through the power of food and stories. This is very, very interesting. I'm not sure if this already exists. Keepsake Kitchen. Ooh, that's a cool name. I'm gonna have to see if that that name is available. All right, so we're just gonna copy this entire doc. Looks good to me. And we're gonna paste in my prompt, and then we're gonna add on to it and then we're gonna call this Keepsake Kitchen. All right, we're in build, Google AI Studio. Let's see how quickly we can get that prototype working. That's funny. I found somebody who actually does. They don't have a social platform, but what they do is they create cookbooks for you and your family. And I found these by looking at these domains, trying to find variations of the domain. Because when I'm building out a prototype, I also like to look at domains immediately to kind of see. Now, this idea is very unique as it's a social platform, but you could also keep things private for family keepsake, right? Or you share it with the world, which I think would be such an awesome idea. Super basic layout. Add recipe, apple pie, grandma. I'm just gonna do a whole bunch of tests. Prep time, 25 minutes. Cook time, 45 minutes. Serving 6, 1 per line. You can include a handwritten recipe card as well, which is really, really cool. I mean, I don't know about you guys. I love to cook, okay? And anytime I go look at recipes, the one thing I'm really, really sick of is websites that make you scroll so long to get a printable view. This is straight to the point here. Now, some ideas that I would have add to this is video-based instructions if somebody wants to recreate. Cool feature to add would be the social video aspect where the public can create the recipe and share their video. Also, for the author to have a video instructions on the recipe card. Now, this is a super basic layout, but as you can see, we just went from idea to a minimum viable product to a prototype. It's working. Yes, it's in a test environment, but that's the purpose of this video. It's to show you how to take the idea, get that minimum viable product, and get a prototype working so you can start playing with it, so you can start testing it to see, wow, you know, it looks very basic, but with a couple hours of work, we can fine-tune this and add little features here and there to get an actual new social network, essentially, specifically for people who want to cook, right? And people who don't want to deal with all of the ads associated with a lot of these recipe-based sites and all of this text that you have to scroll through. I just want to see the recipe. I want to see the bread and butter, no pun intended, when it comes to recipes. So this might be something that I launch. I don't know yet, but I'm loving the idea, the simplicity of it. And at the very least, doing it just for me and my recipes. Very interesting. But then to one-up it is to kind of turn this into the YouTube of recipes and keep it super simple. And yes, eventually, if it's something that scales to that level, let's ask really quickly. Is there a YouTube for cooking videos or recipes? Yeah, so you would be going direct competition here with YouTube, but there's no single platform known as the definitive YouTube for cooking videos. That's one place where you can differentiate yourself with this particular idea. So the whole purpose of this video is just to show you the thought process behind ideation, coming up with that minimum viable product, getting a prototype working, and then going back and forth between the prototype and LLMs and adding prompts to improve the prototype. You start to see possibilities that weren't there before, that you wouldn't have thought of if you just didn't go through the process of coming up with a prototype. It's never been easier to take an idea and create a prototype. So that's why I created this video, to show you a quick 3-step solution: idea, minimum viable product, prototype. This isn't about deployment. This isn't about going into a live production. This is strictly ideation to prototype. So I hope you found some value in today's video. Let's see here. I mean, hey, listen, so, I'm going to rant just a little bit more. An idea for this platform would be to sell it to Google, right? You create the YouTube for cooking videos. I guarantee you, if you start stealing traffic from YouTube because your platform is more enjoyable, guess what's going to happen? You're going to get a buyout offer. Now, if it's a platform you want to build to sell, maybe you can start thinking this way with your ideas of, how can I improve something that already has a ridiculously large market to the point where that market owner wants to come and buy my platform and my audience? It's an idea. Now, I'm already working on so many things. I'm going to keep this on the back burner, but I do love the idea of having a very simple video-based sharing platform for cooking, and to have that become the standard and eventually exit, right, to YouTube. So this is the whole purpose of, oh, this is cool. So let's also check out our prompt here. I mean, we would want to improve on this, obviously, right? And we would still have to get the back end. We would have to figure out what our tech stack is here. But what's really cool about this, recommend a tech stack for a production environment with our features. So you can ask the LLM, right? If you're in Claude Code, you can do it with Claude Code as well. Recommend a tech stack based off of our core functions, our core features, and it will recommend how you should deploy this. And it will give you a step-by-step solution. So it's never been easier to deploy, keep building. Yeah. I wish I had more to add in this video. I wanted to keep this video as brief as possible, but look at this here. It's recommending the front end, the back end, database, tells you why it's a great fit. This is wonderful. I just love the simplicity of it, right? I wish recipe sites were like this. My goodness, I love that it's giving us a placeholder video. Let's see what this is. We didn't even ask for it. Oh, I think it's just placeholder cards. Community creations. I really love this idea. Wow. Now, I would change this away from a vertical feed to a 16:9 layout for sure. And yeah, I think we're going to wrap it up there. This was meant to just be a quick experimentation demonstration video. I hope you found some value in it. Let me know in the comments below, does this inspire you to take action on an idea, seeing how easy and seamless it was to come up with an idea, to create that PRD, and to get a working prototype, as basic as it may seem? Let me know in the comments below. Does this excite you? I'm not an AI expert. I'm building in public and sharing what actually works. If you'd like to see me make a particular video around a specific topic, drop a comment below. Let me know who you are, what you do, who your target audience is, and what your question is, and I will add a video to my queue, custom tailored just for you. Thank you so much for tuning into today's video. My name is Marcelo. This is Clearmud, and clarity matters.